yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo. Yo, check it. First of all, thanks again. You tuned in to another episode of We Know Hip Hop Potluck. Obviously, Potluck. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do, if you want to say. I'm here with my man, Jimmy. You know, my favorite DJ, your favorite DJ. We Know Hip Hop's favorite DJ, Mr. Jimmy Moore. And obviously the usual suspects. You got me, your most hated and favorite, top 5 Lou. We got my man Otis, we got my TKO. And obviously, big shout out to Pete today. He couldn't make it. Pete couldn't make it. He got moves to make, he got money to get. But we definitely gonna hold it down in lieu of his absence. So it's nothing. You know, we're moving out here on a potluck, man. So, you know, shout out to the audience for y'all views, for y'all feedback. You know, we only doing this because y'all paying attention to y'all, you know, really supporting us in the love. But with that being said, let's open it up to the DJ, man. You know, I don't know what to, is it X or is it 10? You know, because it say Jimmy X. X, okay.
My middle name's Xavier. I always hated it. Right, I always hated it as a kid, but as an adult, everyone likes it. They're like, you should use it, you know, especially, you know, in business or whatever, like use it. So I use it.
So you DJ and you sell cribs, man? Yeah, obviously.
I'm done DJing. Like I used to be in nightclubs. I used to be partying all the time. That's Otis. He would see me a couple times in the streets. So it got crazy, man. So, and it was one of those things when I first started, because I used to like, you know, be at school, remember in the quad, DJing stupid shit and having people dance, b-boss shit, b-boy shit. You know, I was from a crew. I was from this party crew, and because I know how to pop and lock and I started rapping at like 13 years old. So I was in the scene. I knew hip hop.
Did you do a graffiti too?
No, my cousin was the graffiti guy. My brother.
You know all four elements.
Yeah.
No, just
Hey, I could do the S. I could do the S. The gangster S. That's about it.
Right on.
But
if you rapping and DJing and you know obviously you do the graffiti, that's like the hip hop starter pack right there, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't DJing in high school though. I was always on the microphone just hyping up everyone. So I always was a hype man, like all day, every day. Because when you rap or think you can rap or battle rap or whatever, you always want to just pump up the crowd and shit. So
right.
I would always do that. And then as an adult, I would be in the club scene as the MC. They'll hit me up, hey, run the club, you know, be on the microphone. And then one time, a club came up, brand new, and they're like, hey, you want to DJ and do the mic? They're trying to save money, whatever. I'm like, all right. I had my DJs that I knew, so I'm like, hey, let's do this. And then we linked up, and one day they're like, just get on, do an open set. I got on and I learned quick, like I learned fast. And from there, I kind of became popular just because of the MC part. I always love to read the crowd and make sure it's all on them. You know what I mean? So I might have not been the best technique wise or whatever, you know, because these fools like to scratch, go back and forth, scratch and do all this shit. For me, it was like, I want to see everyone dancing and having fun, you know? So that helped out a lot.
Yo, so I mean, obviously you didn't do it for a long time, huh? Or did you? Nah.
Probably like 15 years.
Okay. So what was your DJ name? What was your name?
Jimmy J. Just Jimmy J.
Jimmy J.
Yeah. And that's funny because this guy, my boy, I used to work for him when I was like 15, 16. He's a millionaire. He lives on Venice. He still lives in Venice. If you walk, you know, on the path of Venice, where all the studios and apartment and the houses are, there's a bright ass purple studio building, like a studio apartment. But he would always be like, Jimmy Jam, what's up, Jimmy? Because I would rap on Venice, on the boardwalk, well, right there where everyone's walking. He'll make me rap. He's like, just start freestyling for people, because everyone would just want to see the house, and we would throw parties all the time. Just make me rap. And he would always call me Jimmy Jam, Jimmy Jam, Jimmy Jam. but I knew there was a Jimmy Jam already, like old school,
Right.
you know, person Jimmy Jam. So I just stick with Jimmy J.
That's what's up. Like I never really had a thing for like DJing and doing shows. But when I was in high school, one of my homies had some turntables in his crib, and yeah, I used to go over to his crib, and we used to just be in his room because obviously we had the speakers set up in the corner, you know what I mean? And he would scratch records, and he showed me how to do it, and I didn't know that I would like it so much, you know. So I was like, oh man, this is dope. Like next thing you know, like I would go over there, and we would go over there just to chop it up, and then I end up being over there for like 4 or 5 hours, just messing around, scratching, and with the equipment and stuff. So it's like, man, that it's fun. Like to me, it's fun. Like
with the actual vinyl and shit too.
Yeah. So it was really, really fun, man. So, I got nowadays it's all digital. You can get an app and scratch on it nowadays.
Yeah.
But, I kind of look at it as like reading books. Like you got audio books, and then like you got your paperbacks.
Right.
Like with the paperback being the analogy to vinyl. You know what I'm saying? It's just a feel. It's that. It's that nostalgic feel to it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I only knew aside from Jimmy, I only knew one DJ, and that was QC, and the chef in the group, and that motherfucker would get down. And one time, I only fuck with it one time, man. My timing was terrible. I could not get it. That was just one of those things. I'm always, I'm a little bit athletic, but I'm still uncoordinated. So that shit was just beyond me, bro. I couldn't do it. I respect any DJ because that shit is dope. Yeah, so you ever do any strip clubs or anything, Jimmy? Or you just parties and clubs?
I did a strip club. When I went to Miami, I was 21. I just started DJing, and I turned 21 in Miami, and I would wear LA, because I was on what do you call it, South Beach. My uncle and my godfather got me, my dad, and someone else, my brother, stay for the whole like 5 days in a dope ass resort. Nice. So I was chopping it up like I do. I'm like, where's the nightclub? This and that. And I had brought a backpack with some vinyl because we're still doing vinyl. So I had like 12 to 15 vinyls, like a small set. And I told someone, where's the nightclub? And so I went solo with my little backpack, and I was like, hey, who's the DJ? Let me get on just to fuck around. And they're like, you know what? He's late. Fuck it. Get on right now. So I got on, nightclub, right? Same shit. Rocked it. Good opener set. Then someone's like, hey, let's go to the strip club. I was like, all right, is there a DJ? You think they'll let me get on? I was already like, fuck everybody. I'm going to do me. And they let me get on. They let me get on for a cool minute, like for, I don't know, 5 bitches, 6 bitches. It was crazy, bro.
You had to jump for them 5 ones, though. They was out there throwing it, huh? They was out there throwing it when you got on the ones and twos, huh?
Yeah. I DJ'd, what do you call it? When couples fuck couples? Swingers. I DJ'd a swingers party out here. In Ana Verde. Old school Ana Verde. Hey, old school Ana Verde. There's some hills. There's like some nice homes, old school homes, but they're big. They have like tennis courts. They made me sign some shit, right? And I was like, all right, fuck it, I don't care. They were paying. So I was like, fuck it. They wanted some different music than the norm, but also the norm. But they're like, they told me, they gave me an attire to wear because it was themed. It was like movie themed. So they wanted me to dress like Risky Business with just the boxers and the shirt and the socks and the glasses. And hey, the whole night I was sliding into my DJ set, like, how he slides.
Yeah.
But it was crazy, bro. Hey, on tables where you have like peanuts, M&Ms for like people to snack on or whatever, there was blue pills everywhere. Blue pills. And I was like, oh shit. There was like public officials. There was like politicians, like the works, bro. Cops. That's how they roll.
Yeah.
So what's the music you said?
They were in the 80s stuff. There was old, like not an older crowd, but like you know how white people do shit. So
okay. So you were spending more so at the 80s pop era.
yeah, 80s pop and whatever was popular then.
Madonna, some Sydney Lautner or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Prince, the old Little Nas X.
Nah, bro. Yeah, I have crazy stories. That was one of the craziest though, doing something for that fool.
So how'd you feel about doing a DJing thing for the group for the We Know Hip Hop? You know what I'm saying? Obviously this is a platform that it's crazy how a lot of guys get their own perspective of music. And I thought it was cool how you was doing all the tourneys and stuff, and you actually won all of them too. The man, Cheat Code Jimmy, man, you would pick all the fire people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, man, we want to put somebody else on some new music, man. You picking all the fire people. But it's what it is. Shoot, win. A dub's a dub, right? But,
recipe for success.
Right. So how'd you feel about doing those tourneys and stuff? Like, how
I thought it was a good idea. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. It's work. It is some work, and like it sucks being a realtor. Like Saturday, Sunday is like my work days. You know what I mean? When I have to work, so I would always have to adjust. But besides that, it was fun. It was super fun. I'm glad I did it because, like I said, number one, I got to know more. You get to know more of people, especially you don't know names or just them by name or whatever, and then they send you music, chop it up or whatnot. You get to know their style, their feel on music, on hip hop. Besides that, I think it was super fun. Like it was tough doing it we did it for months, for months.
Three tourneys.
We had 2-week breaks in between. I was like, can I have another week? But I think honestly, the reason why I didn't want to do the next one, I'm not doing the next one, because I don't want to deal with y'all crybabies and shit, talking shit.
Nah, keep it 100, man. Keep it 100. You ran out of artists.
I'm a DJ. I know music, so I'm like,
Potluck, man, hear it out, man.
Hey, you ran out of producers. That's why.
Nah, I was gonna win with fucking who'd I have? Manny Fresh. I think I would have. At least I would have made it to top semifinals at least. It's tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's fucking tough. That was another thing why I love the DJing part, but then picking the music, and it fucks with your head, bro. Just real talk, because you're working, you're with your family, you're this, and it was a lot for me because I was like, I need to know. Every day I was at work, 2 hours at work, fucking organizing songs, listening the whole month, just listening to that artist or that producer. That's it. Like the whole month. In the car, everywhere. I was like, I need this song on. And then I did a checklist and started taking songs off, and that's how I make my list.
Hey, well, that's why you won, because that shows dedication right there. Because I'll be honest, I only put like 2 days worth into it. I couldn't just listen to one artist for that long.
I didn't think I could either. It's tough, bro. Listen, fucking day in, day out. And then like right now, I can't listen to West Side Connection at all. For a year probably. I don't want to listen to that shit. Because all that Cube shit, I got deep with West Side Connect. I was listening to their album fucking every day, over and over. I'm like, which song am I gonna pick next round?
That's kind of how I did with the Corrupt one too, which I think I really won that final against you. But Cass just picked Ice Cube. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I think I had the better list. Everybody who listened live picked me. Ain't that some shit?
Loyalty, bro. That's loyalty.
Loyalty? What are you talking about?
There's no loyalty to you. They said they loved your shit. You know what though?
No, but a lot of cats didn't listen to it. And so they got on when the voting came. They saw Ice Cube, Corrupt, and cats. That's how a lot of those cats do. They don't even listen to the music. It is what it is. So I ain't crying about it.
I'm looking for some tissue paper. It's not like he's crying.
Hey, I ain't tripping. Hey, I got over that a long time ago. I don't like losing, but
I don't either. I'm very competitive, so I was like,
but I already know how cats operate. Cause I've seen like even like a few other lists, and I'm like, man, I think this guy should have won. But you know, not talking about you, but just other lists in general. I'm like, come on, man, this is
it's biased. People say they're not biased. They're like, all right, we're gonna listen. People are biased. I did notice some people pick Cube just because they're freaking wearing all blue all day, every day, or all red every day. Like that's it. Like West Coast I'm not gonna pick someone else, you know, because of even if their list was better, just because they don't like him. They're like, I'm not gonna have him win. It happened a lot of times too, but that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's so biased that you know it's kind of luck of a draw.
Some cats vote it just because you played one song that they like. Yo, you play this song, you got my vote. You know, like I mean, your whole other 9 rounds could have been garbage. You know what I'm saying? They're like, but you play that one for them, and they're like, oh yeah, you got my vote. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting though. I feel you on that. Just to and I watched a few of them on Twitch, you know, to kind of get people's style, you know, learn more about people's sound, taste, where they from. You know, listening to somebody's music tells you a lot about who they are.
Yeah, for sure.
And like real talk, like I ain't even gonna lie, like I listen to some of my wife's music just to be like, what you on? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, what you out here listening to? You know, I can't have somebody
right. It's all cheating music. It's all cheating music. You're like, wait a minute.
Hey, you know who someone I fucks with though when it comes to their music? Alan. I mean, even though like when he played stuff for the tournament, I didn't feel like he played stuff to win. You know that he played a lot of regional stuff that I was like, you know, it's pretty dope. When I listened to it again, it was actually pretty dope. You know what I mean? But it's just that I don't think it's material to win versus though.
Hey, so what was the inspiration behind your pick for Lil Wayne? Was it just because you were used to playing a lot of his hits when you were DJing, or what was it?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I love Lil Wayne like a lot. He's one of my guys, you know, top 5 now. He was top 10 for me, like, you know, a while ago. But after that tournament, I forgot all the shit that he had and all the shit that I loved. Because I went back and I only picked, why did I pick him? I don't know. That was my first pick. I was like, I'm gonna get Wayne. Like, yep, you're good. Just because I knew his music a lot. Like, you know, people hate on him, people love him, people hate on him. It is what it is. But I just like like the way he came out young. He's my age too. You know, I followed him since he first came out. And his punchline, he has punchlines for years. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like punchlines. So his mixtapes were shit to me. Like he's mixtape king. And I wish I would have played more, but I didn't think people would know some of that shit. Cause his mixtapes to me, a lot of them, he made songs better than the original. So that's hard to do. One time I was on the radio station. I used to call it radio station all the time, like 92.3 The Beat or Power 106. When artists were on, and I talked to Eric Sermon on the phone. He was there. Like, oh, we want to ask him. And I asked him, like, what's the best way to get out there as an artist? And he was like, get an instrumental from someone's song, a dope song, and make it fucking better. That's it. He's out. Fucking make it better. Make that song better than what it is, and people are being like, oh shit, this is dope, you know. So that's how you start off. I tell everyone that, and I was like, oh shit, you know. And that's what Wayne did. Like Wayne killed that.
Yeah. There's dedication series, or part 1 and part 2 at least. I don't think I got around to the third one, but part 1 and part 2 dedication.
The third one's one of the best, bro.
Word?
Yeah, the third one's hard, bro.
2 is my favorite one. D2 is my favorite.
2 and 3 are my favorite. 2 and 3 are my favorite. But see, I love No Ceilings. No Ceilings, that shit.
Yo, what Wayne did over that ambitions as a writer, bro, I didn't think anybody could kill that beat better than Tupac, and that motherfucker killed that shit.
A lot of shit. That Meek Mill, the Dreams and Nightmares or whatever, he killed that one too.
That's on part 3?
Yeah, no, that's on part 4, I think. He killed that one.
4,
bro.
Okay.
He killed it. There's dedications, there's 6 of them, bro. There's 6 dedications.
Yeah. I've been falling off.
You know, I DJ'd for Wayne. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't DJ for Wayne, but I did an opening set at House of Blues. and Drake was there, young. He wasn't even on the mixtape, I think, because he did a song with him. And I was like wondering who's that guy, and he was just standing like a kid. He was like young on the wall, chilling, looked like light skinned cat.
Wheelchair Jimmy Drake.
Yeah, it looked like him, and then I was just like, oh, this fool's dope. And I always said, no one believes me. I always said this fool's gonna be fucking dope. And because I saw him live and he had bars. So, that also pumped me to like Wayne more because he did a great show. I went to his concert 2 years ago, which was dope. I was like in third row. He has energy, he has energy still, even though he's on that lean. He's
That's one of the few favorites of mine that I never really got to see live. But I would like to see him.
Never caught Wayne.
Yeah, Kanye was there too, actually. It was a Kanye show.
Word?
At the House of Blues, yeah. And me and my boy, and it was right when he had, busted out. And at House of Blues, before the show happens, a DJ or two can come out and do some set, just get the, crowd going or whatever, pump them up. And I did it, and I didn't realize, and I didn't like Kanye at that time. I was like, oh, it's Kanye, whatever, But Wayne was there, Kanye was there. And it ended up being a dope show because we got to see it from like the side.
Man, you got to do House of Blues. That's pretty fucking dope. So what other venues of that stature have you done? Because House of Blues is up there, man. Like that shit is that's a fire ass venue to do.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and it's tough because if it's hip hop, because probably their last shows were hip hop because they had like rock and all that stuff. So then once hip hop started going there, because I think I did a beginning set for Wu. It was a Wu show. It wasn't Wu. It was RZA and two other cats. And I did it, and they canceled. He didn't show up, and I was pissed because I really liked Wu, bro. I was pissed because he canceled. He's like, yeah, they're not, and the whole crowd was there. So we ended up DJing, and they got some local artists. But I DJed. I did an opening set for Q because my boy, and that's why I picked Q too. I love Q. Melee, he's from out here.
I'm not familiar with Melee.
So he fucks with Dub C and Q, young cat, and he was like, hey, I know you DJ, you think you can do like 10, 15 minutes, this cat's tripping, blah, blah, they're dealing with, I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, we ain't got no money. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck, Ice Cube's there. So I did an opening set for the Cube show. And I was DJing, remember Bex? I was running back, so nightclub. So I had to tell him, hey, I gave it to my people when I did that show. That was dope. That was at Anaheim Grove, at the Grove of Anaheim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And kind of intimate, like House of Blues too, standing, you can get close. But that was dope. It was Ice Cube and Dub C because, he was still mad at Mac 10.
I think those two are like exclusive tour mates now. I went to go see him at the at a cannabis festival, Chalice, I think it was a couple years ago, and it was just those two. Yeah, so Melee's with them all the time. There was another cat. He probably did a song or two with Dub C. I'm gonna have to check this cat out. I just found him on some titles, so I'm gonna holler. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, you got a resume, man. Okay, Jimmy, you got a pretty steep resume there, man. All right, okay, I definitely respect that.
All right.
Hey,
I did some shows, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Like I respect it, man.
And it all started because I love to rap. I used to love to rap. Like Ice Cube was, I think, probably one of my inspirations to rap, just to start writing stuff. I used to listen to when the beef with Cypress Hill and them came up. That's when because I like Cypress. I did shows for Cypress Hill too. Summer Jam.
What?
So remember Summer Jam?
Hold the fuck up, bro. We need you to start talking some more. Keep talking.
Hey, what? So Summer Jam was in Irvine Meadows. It was, I think I still have the little flyer and signed autograph with all these cats. It was 99. I went to 99 and 2000. So I was young, but Cypress Hill was at the show smoking. So there's a stage on the side. They did little side stage, to pump people up and all this bullshit. and I got on fucking around just for like 10 minutes, you know. It wasn't my shit. It wasn't my rhinos that I fucked around. But then the best part was my boy, he knew the guy that would go into the VIP room. So they would give a bracelet, tie the knot, and you walk in VIP. And then once you go in, they would take it off. So you're like, you're fucked if they catch you, you know. So I met Eminem. I rap for Eminem, Busta, Cypress Hill.
Oh,
Who else was there? I forgot who else, but I rap for them. Like I rap in front of them. You know, like, you know, they gave me a nod or whatever. I used to like to battle rap and just talk shit. But yeah, because I love cannabis, you know, all the spitters like that. You just have bars. But that was cool. That was a crazy that got me into more of like I wouldn't say the business side, just more of like, hey, let me, you know, see what else I can do besides just rapping. So the DJ part, you know, was part of it.
Yo, that's fire. Like
Summer Jam was cool. I forgot about that shit. Yeah, Busta show is so energetic. It's so dope. Who else was there? DJ Quick. Oh, DJ Quick was there. A lot of people. Nas was there. It was dope. It was a dope show.
Yeah, Summer Jam is always pretty heavy as far as like the
I wish they brought it back.
Yeah, no. Summer Jam is definitely one of those iconic shows. Like, yeah, Summer Jam is definitely up there. Definitely known for being one of the heavy hitters of the shows. The rosters are crazy.
Yes, so hey, when you were DJing, bro, like how did you keep up with all the newest shit? You were just like staying in the mix like that? You were always out and about, or?
Yeah, and we have something called a DJ pool. So there's some sites you pay, and us DJs would like split it, or you know, we'll be like, all right, we'll get the pass. You know, I'll do it. Give me money. You know, because like one of them's like $100 for 3 months. Every 3 months you pay $100, and it literally is a DJ site because we fuck with remixes, we fuck with intros, outros, acapella. You know, we need it so we can fuck with it while we're DJing and do some crazy shit. So these sites, these DJ pool sites, have all those songs that DJs, when they mix them and do them, they'll put them on there, boom, 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 and then you just download them. And you know, because if you won't need to transition from a high BPM song to a low song, it's done, it's there. You go boom, mix it, and you're straight. So that will always had new music. It had new shit. It had old shit with new shit. You know.
Damn, I didn't know DJs had a cheat code like that. That's kind of fire.
If anybody that's watching this show that's a DJ, you getting some really good gems right now. Just so you know.
But the thing is, DJs would make those songs or would make those mixes and shit. There was this one song, you know, fuck. It was a Drake had said something about Michael Jackson, zipper, whatever on a song. And I made it. I made this mix where I did that, and then I looped it, and then all of a sudden, because I did it for Halloween, it went da 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 da. I got Thriller in there, and it was like Michael Jackson Thriller. He said something about Thriller, so we would do crazy shit like that. It's hard. It's time consuming. It's hard as hell. Putting songs, acapella, beat together, and if you want to do some loops in there, it's a process. You know, so that's why I'm like, let me find it instead of make it, you know, if there is that, if you know, there's such a thing. But if it was something, you know, dope, then you make it. You know, if you think of something dope, then you make it.
Right.
You know, if you're that good, it's hard to do. Like, I wouldn't fuck with that a lot because it's hard to do. But there's some DJs out there that make that easy. And then, you know, when you come across it, like, oh shit, download. All these motherfuckers at the club are gonna think I made it and I'm doing this shit. And it's dope.
Hey, so we were doing most of the tournaments and shit during the shutdown. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay. So did you ever consider doing the Twitch thing regularly, or you just didn't have the time for it?
No.
Were you checking out the Twitch DJs?
No.
No, hey, bro, that was one of my favorite things that was happening during the shutdown because
it was.
You know,
I heard a lot of people were doing it.
yeah, hell yeah. And man, like I really stopped going out, after I had the kid. I just kept my ass in the house. But going on Twitch, like it was because of you guys too. Only because we had to go to Twitch to do this, to do the battle without any interruption and getting cut off. I got to discover other DJs doing these shows inside their houses and inside their apartments. And bro, that whole scene was popping like a motherfucker. And I really appreciated that.
That's cool, man. Yeah, no, that is cool. You know what? When I retired DJing, I retired, bro. It's one of those things. I was just like, I was done, not physically and mentally. When you get mentally done, you're just like, fuck it. Like you throw in the towel. I've been through so much shit. I did so much shit. I fucking, DJing in the nightclubs and doing shows. It's fun as fuck. Otis knew how fat I was. I was 70 pounds heavier DJing, bro.
Hey, bring Fat Jimmy back so we can get the Freestyle Friday popping again.
Hey, I might have a little surprise for you today. But for real, like Otis see me when I was fat, bro. Like I was 70 pounds heavier. I was DJing at night, 270 pounds, bro. Eating, not eating, but it was more like late night eating, drinking like hell, drinking the wrong shit, not taking care of my body, not giving a fuck. And I still thought I was a shit. It's tough, bro. It's tough. So I was just like, I was done. It took a lot, I didn't make the best decisions. I fucking,
Man, look, I think I'm the shit every day I wake up. I think I'm the shit. I think I'm top 5, all that shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I'm me. So, you know what I mean? I understand we don't make the best decisions, but, the best decision is to decide that you are the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the best decision. You feel me?
Yeah. I thought I was the shit fat, though, bro. Now I know I'm the shit, but I thought I was the shit fat.
Biggie thought he was. Hey, man, Biggie and Pun put our self-esteem on. We was big boys, man. Yeah, dudes out here. Ross out here with his shirt off now, wearing silk Versace shirts on. Hey, man.
You know who I can't stand doing that shit is fucking DJ Khaled, though. Fuck. You look like a fat terrorist.
Oh man.
Can I say that?
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't know, man. No.
Say more like that.
Yeah, but it wasn't healthy for me. I had to get out. I was done. But I did a lot. I've DJed in Vegas. There was this nightclub I DJed at called Chateau in Paris, on top of Paris, which was dope. Big Boy was there a lot. I opened up for Mustard at Light in Mandalay Bay, which was dope. I did some beach parties like Towel, but I don't like doing those shit because it's all EDM bullshit and you can barely play hip hop. I'm a hip hop head, so I'm going hip hop club. That's it. You know what I mean? I DJ for Baby Bash. Baby Bash. He's not hip hop, but over there in Vegas, which was dope.
What you mean, Sugar? How you get so fly in hip hop?
Yeah.
My bad.
It was a hit, though. It was a hit. It was a hit.
Yeah, and we had shows out here. I don't know if you remember, Otis. I did what show did I did? I did the Belle Biv DeVoe show.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. We had Belle Biv DeVoe show at the Peck Center. Some shows that we did with, Craig EC, that DJ. We did E40. That was a big one. I chopped it up with him.
Hold the fuck up. E40 came out here?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, goddamn. I missed that one.
He took my phone case. He took my phone case. It was a big show, though. It was E40, Cali Swag District. YG came out here when he just blew up. Nick Cannon. It was a mix. It was a mix of Who else? But E40 was the main dude. And you know, I was trying to sell tickets, you know, so we had a good crowd, but I DJ'd that one.
Oh, I'm disappointed in myself for missing that one.
Damn, Jamie, you didn't DJ a lot, man, for a lot of like names. Like you got a really heavy resume, man. Like I respect it, man, for sure. That's what's up.
It was fun, you know, lasted for sure. And I learned a lot, you know, and it was cool, but everyone tells me, go ahead.
What was the like best or most rewarding part of you being a DJ?
Probably, you know, make like me, I'm a pleaser. I like making people happy. I like making people laugh. I like making people smile. So knowing that they're happy. You know, when I would do one of the best shows that I would do was weddings, bro, because people hate their fucking DJ at weddings. Like when it comes down to it, they're like, yeah, fusak, or this or that. And after, you know, I started doing nightclubs, people were like, hey, can you do my wedding? That's just dope. And so I would do some crazy ass weddings, right? And it's one of those things where like, I didn't want to fuck up at all. Because wedding DJs fuck up here and there. They're going to fuck up, you know, whether it's the sound, whether it's, you know, something, the mic don't work, you know.
Cha-cha slide.
Yeah, so something, or no, the worst thing is when you have one person here telling you what they want to play and they have another person here telling you what. I'm like, all right, you know, so I've had those a couple times, not too many, because I usually, like I said, I don't like fucking up. And I like the dance floor not empty at all. You know, if I see that people are leaving, I'm like, all right, it's time to switch the song up or change the genre or do something, you know, but that's probably more rewarding, just, you know, making sure everyone, you know, is cool and happy with it, with the service.
And when would you know it was time to change the vibe that you had going on? Like, what, just because the dance floor was empty, or just people?
Number
just
one thing, I think the number one thing that made me a good DJ, successful DJ, whatever you want to call it, was I was an expert at reading the crowd. And that's what you got to do with when it comes to DJing. Like, you got to read the crowd, because I had this, you might know this fool. I almost fucked this fool up. I started Fresco 2. Remember Fresco 2?
Yeah, that's when I first saw you.
Yeah, that's when you first saw me. So, you know, I would have openers with me. All right, come do show. If, you know, fools didn't want money, they just wanted to get out there. And there's this cat named Davin. You know Davin?
I know a Devin. I don't know a Davin.
Davin, he's a cocky motherfucker. And I'm like, all right, open up. I wouldn't even say shit. Just open up. You know what to do to open up. You know, don't play all the hits, you know, because that's for later, whatever. This fool would play nothing but the hits, or then he loved house and EDM. So it'd be like, dun, dun. And there's no, like, bro, cut it. Like, change it up, switch it up. Like, you a DJ, bro. Like, cut it. All right, cool, I got you. Same fucking shit. EDM, boom, boom, just for him. He was doing it just for him. And like, I told him, bro, get the fuck out. You know, I'm gonna have someone else play. He got mad and I had to punk him. But if you don't know how to read the crowd, you ain't got no business doing it for people. You know what I mean? Because honestly, technically you work for them, like, or whoever, a venue, like, you work for the people hiring you. And yeah, there was sometimes that, like, not the promos, but the owner would be like, hey, can you play this? Can you play more of this? And they were like older Italian people. So they're like, play Michael Jackson, or play this, or play, or tone it down on all the, you know, gangster ratchet shit. And I was like, you know, so sometimes you have to be like, all right, I'll play a little bit of what you want, but I'm getting back to the shit. You know what I mean? So you have to read the crowd, because if you don't read the crowd and you lose the crowd, then it's a wrap. And then you're a horrible DJ. You suck. You know, number one thing you need to know is read the crowd. You know, like I said, I can mix amazing. Scratching, I can scratch, I can do some scratching, but there's some cats that just love scratching, do the miracles with that shit. You know, I'm like, whatever. You know, I'd rather, they're not gonna care about my scratches. They're gonna care about, you know, what I'm playing and mixing. So, but there's some cats that don't give a fuck. They DJ for themselves at these venues and these parties. You know, so
and I know I brought him up earlier, not to throw the homie under the bus, but there was one, I helped the homie at one party, QC, And he was a good ass DJ.
What do you mean you helped them?
So man, bro, this was some of the most ratchet shit ever. It not, I wouldn't say ratchet shit ever, but hey man, it was like a last minute fucking come and save the day kind of shit. So it was an East Side party. These motherfuckers were all on the new shit, and me and QC were hip hop heads. But I was chilling at his house. I had my laptop with me all the time because I was just always making beats. Everywhere I went, I was just making beats. So he had a party.
Oh, you made beats. Okay.
Yeah. So he had a party to do that night. And so, he took his vinyl over there, and this nigga's a hip hop head, super hip hop head. So, he just had what he had on his vinyl, and nobody was really feeling that shit. And it kind of goes to what you say about, knowing how to read the crowd. And man, we had about like 5-6 people come up to us like, hey, can you play this? Can you play this? He was like, oh man, I ain't got that. Like,
and that's tough.
Vinyl. I don't have it.
Tough.
Yeah. And because of my laptop, nigga, all we had to do was just fucking hook up the auxiliary cord, and I was downloading songs real quick. There wasn't much DJing to it. It was just going through iTunes and just playing the song until it was time to turn that shit off, and then let's go on to the next one that people requested. And it just,
and you can get away with that. Like that's like you saved them pretty much, because when it was vinyls, when we had vinyls, because that's what I started on, crates. Crates, boom, boom, boom. We'll pack up 5, 6, 7 crates, and they would already be organized as your sets, and someone wanted something, you had it, and it wasn't the shit you're playing, you had to dig in that crate. Like, all right, cool. Let me see how I'm gonna fuck it up and mix it into it, or either do a echo or start talking, hype up the crowd, and then, pump it up. But it's one of those things where if you didn't have the song for vinyl, you're fucked. You're hard. Yeah. You can't do nothing about it. But once we started computers, I love vinyl, but computers saved our lives when it came. So, but still, you weren't able to like get a song if you didn't have, internet. If you don't have, there was times where I didn't have the song, and I was like, fuck, all right, what am I gonna do? And I would grab my iPad, and I found this app, and I'm like, boom, it would like, mix into it or whatnot. But it's tough if you don't have a quick thought, bro. You have to be quick on your toes for that shit. You saved his butt.
Yeah, that shit really did save the party, because niggas were kind of mad, and then after the laptop got hooked up, it became fun again. You could like you said, you got to know how to read the crowd, and you can actually see the crowd. That was the only experience I had. I wouldn't even call it DJing, but that was the only experience I had where I was controlling the music for a crowd of people, and you literally can see how people respond to that shit.
That's real, man. That's like instant gratification or affirmation right there. Like, you know what I mean? When you're contributing to somebody's mood or experience like directly like that, like yeah, that's definitely like it's
rewarding. It is super rewarding to the max, bro. And that's why you have to be up with music. You know what I mean? Because there's cats like one that I mentioned, like he loves 80s. He loves like the same set over and over and over and over. Yeah, they're hits, and they'll make people dance, but bring something new to the table, some fresh shit. Because once you start able to mix everything, then people be like, oh shit. There's some DJs that only do like 30 seconds, 40 seconds of a song and then switch it fast, like, and keep doing it constantly. And a lot of people don't like that. They'll come up to that. Hey, play at least most of the song,
At the very least, let me get through like most of the second verse. You ain't just don't cut this shit up after the first verse and first hook. You on to the next one. Fuck off, dude, because you just moving through it too fast. Let me enjoy this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, set the vibe, keep the vibe going. Yeah, I could be finally waiting on this dance, and then you done dropped the right song, and she done popped up and came my way. And you cut me short on 30 seconds.
You already on to the next one, bro. I'm just my head just touched the booty, and you already moving.
Yeah, man. So with that, like, so we was talking like, we want to know like. Today, how we talking about computers and stuff, Also, there's been a decline in the demand for the DJ because of the computers now. Like because the way music is going, like, after the whole DJ drama situation with like music piracy and stuff like that, like, we was talking about how like the role of the DJ has been minimized. Like DJs are like almost going extinct out here. Like, compared to how we were just having this conversation now, like from vinyls to where you had to have the music to, somebody bumping the table and a fight break out, like, yo, they're like house party, right? Like, yo, don't bump the table, right? But it's because the DJ was that important. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bump the table, like, or like how we were just saying, like, play most of the song or, keep the vibe going. But now it's like, man, so we're not house parties like that no more. It ain't DJ out here thriving like this no more. Like, so it's like, what would you say? What would you say is the state of the DJ right now? You know what I mean? Like,
you know what? My daughter was watching. She likes this like TikTok person called Ray Addison or some crap like that, and she just came out with a movie, right, on Netflix, and it's like they remade He's All That, She's All That, some bullshit like that, and there's a scene where there's a party at prom, and there's like, oh, where's the DJ? The principal's like, where's the DJ? I need him to stop. So he goes to the DJ. There's a guy with his phone like this. It's like, where's the DJ? He's like, I'm right here. He's like, you're playing the whole thing with this? Your phone? He's like, yeah, I'm the DJ. Look. And he's like, he went, chicka, chicka, chicka. I'm like, wow. Like, it's more convenient. And you know what? I have my tables. You guys see I'm old school. I love my vinyl and my tables. I hate carrying that bitch. That shit's fucking heavy. That's one of the reasons I was like, I'm done. I'm not carrying it because you work, bro. You sweat taking speakers, big ass, not just regular speakers, your bass speakers, and those are heavy. I fucked up my bag a couple times trying to put them in a truck or whatever, and it's a setup. You know what I mean?
Multiple crates of vinyls and all that shit.
Yeah, so, and I know now a lot of people, have the little, the smaller sets. I just don't like fucking with them. And I might get one just in case I, want to take it somewhere or whatever, just to travel. But, I get that part. But a phone, come on.
So is the DJ still like the liaison from the streets to the labels? Like,
nah, you know what it is now? I feel like the kids just social media is, bro. That's it. You can't even say the DJ is social media. That's it. These kids are on social media all day, every day. They ain't listening to radio. They ain't listening to, any party shit, there's nothing. YouTube, social media, and people get popular because of that. So everything new comes from that, I feel.
That's crazy.
DJ, unless you're like a resident DJ making millions, or whatever, hey, it's tough. You can pick any DJ to go do a wedding now or whatever, there's hardly any nightclubs that use dope DJs anymore. You know what I mean? So every time I go, I haven't been to a nightclub in a cool minute, but anywhere where there's DJ, Alpha usually is whack. It sucks. Yeah, I'm keeping it real. It sucks. And maybe I'm aging myself, but it's like, come on, play the good shit,
So do you think because I'm a grown ass man, and I still get excited when I hear like a Gangsta Grills tape, like I was talking about dedication. Like there's certain DJs when they drop something, I'm gonna listen to just because of the DJ. Like I feel like another reason why I may not be in tune with all the newest music or whatever is because like the DJs, so like I remember back in the day, like when you heard like a Gangsta Grills, you want to know, okay,
DJ Drama, all those
drama,
DJ
who's
Clue,
on the new Cannon, who's on the new Clue, like
The
so
Professional is like my shit, bro. So
hell yeah, man. My nigga.
So like when you hear, and also like the DJ was almost like the stamp. You had to really be to a certain level in your career, your music, to get a dope DJ tape. So I would feel like, man, if maybe the DJ was still around the way it was back when it was popping like that, I would be more hip to a lot of the new music. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
it was like a Gangsta Grills with Lil Baby, I'm gonna listen because it's Gangsta Grills.
Right.
But
And no, you're not.
And you ain't gonna hear that shit anywhere else.
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I think
So-
social media took over.
That kind of brings me to what he said. Brings me to this question: have you ever had any up and comer try to slide you their music and ask you to throw it in your set? And if they did you?
Yes, and I did. One time, my boy De Niro, he's from out here. You heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked him a lot because he had bars, and he had like, I was being like, oh shit, that was dope. And he had a song out called OGs, and they did the Stay Scheming off the Stay Scheming, and he was young. I don't think he was 21 yet, and I was at back, so I was like, hey, I got you, just roll in. I got you, come to the back. Him and like two other of his boys in his crew that were on the song. And I was like, he's like, they were happy, you know how it is, you get someone that's 20 years old, 19 years old in the club and shit. But it wasn't to drink or to fucking party. It was, I wanted to surprise them and hear this. I'm like, look what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So I mixed the Stay Scheming with their version, and people were dancing to it. They rocked it, but they looked at me kind of like, oh shit, what's this?
Yeah.
And these fools were happy as fuck. They were so happy. So to this day, like, he's doing some stuff, he's blowing up slowly, but he always gives me like, that loyalty props, like, yeah, he put me on type shit. But I've done that to a couple of cats, but it's hard to find good, up and coming.
Yeah, I feel you. So, and that kind of brings me to the next question. So Lulu put me on to the Rick Ross autobiography, and I listened to it through an audiobook. And one thing he said was one of the biggest things that helped his career was hustling. And of course, that's an undeniable hit, but it's not just the quality of the song. It's about how the DJs responded to it. The DJs were the ones that were like, yeah, fuck this programming. I'm going to play this song consistently, even though it's not inside of our fucking schedule. So, and damn, I can't remember the one. I want to say Khaled, but it's definitely not Khaled.
It was Khaled. No, it was Khaled. Yeah, it was Khaled.
It was Khaled. You're right. It was Khaled, where you play that shit for like an hour straight on a radio station, and they're like, man, what the hell are you doing? So, our DJs are no longer the ones that are able to break an artist, or is this? And that's kind of why I asked you about the strip club. Did you hear? Were you breaking new shit or newer songs in a strip club? Did you test things out in a strip club, or were you just playing what was already popular, for one? And secondly, do you think that DJs are no longer the ones to break new artists? They just kind of have to play what they're forced to play.
It depends where you're at. You're always gonna play what you're forced to play because you're trying to make money. All right, I'll play that shit. It's easy, or fuck it, I'll pay it. But there are spots where you can, like I said, I never wanted to do EDM clubs because I hate that music. So I was like, I'm gonna go over here and do this shit. So it's kind of, you got to get in where you fit in type shit. But I don't know if right now, it's tough, bro. It's super fucking tough when it comes to like breaking music and all that shit. What was the question again?
I've been drinking, bro, so I don't even remember. So do you think the role of the DJ has been diminished a bit in terms of the role they used to play in music?
Big time. I think it has big time. Especially with all these streaming freaking, technology has gotten so smart that when you go onto Spotify, it's like, oh, well, we have new hits. What else do we have here? Oh, we have something you might like, and all these different, detailed, not just the genre, but they'll break it down. There's a thing called Bay, on the hip hop, which is like, if you want something for you and your girl, boom, we got it. You want some workout shit, boom, we got it. It's like there's no more DJ. Like DJs do that shit. So so they have it's hard to beat technology. So when the robots come kill us, we'll be like, fuck, Terminator shit, bro.
Terminator coming, right? So when you was so check it, right? So what were some of your favorite DJs? Like what were you inspired by certain DJs? Like, how'd you get into DJ and what made you
I really
like
wasn't not like inspired. You know, I like Kid Capri, old school shit like that, but I don't think I was inspired. I like my local DJs, like, you know,
okay.
Big Boy, radio DJs inspired.
Okay.
Just because I like hip hop and I listen to hip hop stations. Dance with fucking Theo. I used to love Theo with his deep ass fucking voice.
Theo was the shit, bro.
Hey, Theo was the shit, bro.
Hell yeah.
And those like radio DJs were the people you would get your shit from, you know. And you know, it's not like that no more. Like I said, Spotify, Apple Music, it's like boom. People are listening to Ryan Seacrest now. Shit. And he's putting people on music, bro.
And he's just a personality. That's all. Hey man, the way that radio used to be, I was just like one of the songs that really sticks out from my childhood, and it's crazy because it's all female rappers. It's the 5 Footers off of the Set It Off soundtrack. This is a raid. Everybody lay down the hay. Nigga, that's one of my favorite rivalry songs ever. And I only heard that because of 92.3 The Beat. And why was that shit on the radio? There was just so much more variety. It wasn't just about the hits. It was about taking a dope ass record and putting that shit out there for everybody else to see.
Yeah. I want to say definitely, you know, I was one of them kids that, I mean, I'm sure we all have waited for the DJ to come on with a certain segment on the radio station.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, I remember it being like the hot mix at 10 or something with I forgot the DJ's name. It was the hot mix at 10. And I would have my cassette player ready to record.
My nigga.
I mean, like, you talk about the original mixtapes. Yeah. I used to wait for that one DJ to get his hour set on the radio at a certain time and have my little, what was it? The Maxell.
Hey, with the speaker, the guy, and he's like this with the hair.
Hell yeah.
Yo, I'm from that era, right? Right.
I used to do the same thing. I used to do, like I said, I listened to Cypress Hill, but they had a show on 92.3 The Beat called Soul Assassin Show, and they would put nothing but underground shit, bro. It was the shit, like nothing but underground shit. And they put people on.
My pops had the Soul Assassin CD. I didn't even know about underground rap until them motherfuckers dropped the CD.
Dre was on one of those beats. Dre did some shit with on the Soul Assassin. It's called Puppet Master.
I remember that song too. Damn. Yo.
Hey, that's a dope ass song.
That shit just made my pops that much more cooler. I didn't even know.
Yeah, man.
All right. So guess what? I think I'm in the mood to draw some bars since I haven't done it in like.
Oh man, I'm in the mood to hear it. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. I'm in the mood to hear. Yo, this has been my favorite episode so far, man.
So if I fuck up, I fuck up. You know, I love freestyle. I love like sometimes I have shit in my head.
Do what you do, man. It's the Potluck. We're here for you.
But you know what made me? Because I used to flow on Freestyle Fridays. I remember Otis Mac would pump me up to fucking flow. But everyone like made a list of spitters in the group and shit, right? Like, oh, this, that. And I remember you say, oh, top 5 this. But they made a list of just everyone that was spitting. And I wasn't on that list. I'm like, fuck your list. That's pretty much what made me want to like, all right, you know, let me get back on. But it's tough to write anything. I know y'all have jobs and I have jobs. Fucking, we're old, but we love to do this shit. Like, we love to do it. We love hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna need no beat. I'm just gonna go. Let me see, yo. This is for Otis.
Let's go.
Yo. Check. We know hip hop. Welcome to the shit show. Your lightweight bars ain't heavyweight. You fucking with the Klitschko. Don't dip, yo, chill. Drink a fifth, though. I'ma annihilate you pussies. Like when I'm fucking your bitch, bro. Like, yo, this ain't dope, it's crack. These them light skin crystals. I call them Otis Mac. The flow is back. Capone with swag. Every shipment I get from Mexico, it comes with a golden gap. Oh, now I know you're hoping I fail. Yo, I carry more clips in my pocket, like I roll with Pharrell. As a kid, I was broken as hell. Now I carry the SIG everywhere I go. That's word to Chappelle. Yo, it's acapella. We don't need no loop on. I need that bread, that cheddar. I need that gray poop on. This is gonna be some classic shit, like when Dre put Snoop on. I'm the rapper of your dreams. I'm Freddie watching, steady mobbing. Yo, spaghetti popping. One eye on the scope, I'm Fetty whopping. Yo, coke, money, and choppers, all on my checklist. I'm sexist, I'm reckless. Only time I take an L is when I take the Lexus. Yo, this for the motherfuckers that hate on. My heart dark like Akon. I stay on West Coast Barksdale, no makeup. Avon, y'all choppers bigger than Constant. I drop A-bombs. Take y'all. It takes long. I'm rapping and cooking. I'm the chef. I'm Raekwon. I'm Jewish, but my bar mitzvah is poison. Radon. Yo, where's Liev Schreiber? I'm the real Radon. I don't know. I'm fucking around.
My motherfucking man.
Talk to him, Jimmy. Talk to him, Jimmy.
Yo, Fit Jimmy done killed Fat Jimmy. What the hell?
Man, what?
Hell yeah. Give us more. Give us
Bars
more.
is back. Hey, Bars is back.
The bars are back. Yeah, buddy. That's what's up, bro. So what, is that a sign of things to come? You gonna keep coming with this
I
shit
don't know,
at least every other week, at least once a month? You gotta give us at least once a month if that's what you're dropping on us.
If y'all like it, then maybe once a month. If y'all thought I was just trying to take the dust off, you know.
Give us once a month, bro. The dust is gone.
Yeah. I was like, fuck your list. I'm not even on it. I was spitting.
Hey, that's me, man. Fuck that list.
Hey, but you know what? I used to always want to go off a beat. And I know people say, oh, it's easy. It's harder to go off a beat because you have to fucking ride that beat. I rather, you know, when you go a cappella, you can like maneuver words and then maneuver styles, or like, you know, if you fuck up, you have time to like fix it or whatnot for a second or two. So that's why I'm like, I'll do it. Maybe no beat, because I don't want to fucking do that homework too. But yeah, bro, I was inspired. I've been inspired. I've been listening to cats. That's why, you know, like when I post Ransom and shit, like these fools are hard. They're just spitters, bro.
You know,
I'm on that too, man. I'm on that too. Like so here's my thing, right? Obviously what I like to do is I got bars, like a lot of bars. You know, a lot of my bars are kind of just aiming. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of raps in my phone, but I like to just write my stuff and post it, because like you said, sometimes I don't be wanting to try to remember it and record and make a whole video and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then again, like I be kind of irritated because it was my idea, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I got bars, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the same time, I'm glad that people are doing this thing, right? Because I never meant for it to be competitive. Like, I don't care if you rap 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. This is a bar challenge. If you got 3 bars, spit your 3 bars. You know? So I think I got a little irritated. People like, oh, that's not enough. Like, nigga, it ain't no enough, nigga. So then I realized, like, oh, niggas tell me it's not enough because they know I can spit and they want to hear more. So I stopped. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that's what that's about. Nigga. But at the same time, huh?
I want to hear it. Like, yeah, I want to hear you spit that shit. It's like reading it is one thing, but hearing that shit is different. Like, you need to start memorize that shit and spit it, bro. Because yeah, that shit is nice when it's reading it, but at the same time, you're leaving it up to the reader how they interpret how you want that rhythm to go. I want to hear you spit that shit.
Because I got some bars now. Like, I kind of was, you know, preparing just in case somebody got out of line and they thought they was going to test me. So I got some bars now loaded up in the whole form. You know, I ain't gonna mention no names though. So we you know,
I want someone to mention my names, because there's this. I just want to say, well, here's a Jimmy joke about your mama that you might not like. I'm gonna put that in my fucking battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know, once I talk about your mama, it's a rap. So
I got so check it. Like, oh man, yo, I'm gonna spit something I wrote real quick. You know, real quick. It's gonna be kind of ambiguous, but you might figure it out.
we expect nothing less but real quick. So go.
So check it. I'm like, yo, you better yo, you better stop it, dude. Lou will pull up and pop at your crew. Your ass so big, it's just a whole lot of you. It's sad to see this man 6 feet, 600 pounds in a sedan. Should I feed him another can or just buy him a van? Trying to get his left leg in still. Long waited, but never invest in a treadmill. Hard to breathe with that belly got stuck in the steering wheels. I'm prophetic. Your blood sugar high, don't forget it. Keep thinking shit sweet and our body that's diabetic. You the type that's in the gym trying to hide from calisthenics. Pathetic. I'm top 5 for the win. They say you like skin, you like a bottle of gin. The only stripes you getting is just stretched out skin. You the guy driving a shopping cart for a 6X outfit. Anyway.
Bars.
Right. Anyways.
Oh shit.
I was really, you know, just in case somebody.
There's really only 2 niggas you could be talking about, but
You stupid.
Might pull up and pop at the crew, man.
oh shit.
And I had some, man, and I got old raps that I wrote for like niggas too, man. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy.
You know, I think a lot of people started rapping as battle rap. I did, you know, I did.
Me too.
I did. My cousin had a hat shop at the swap meet in Palmdale when it first opened. It's
Come on 30th East.
Fat Caps, yeah, Fat Caps, and because he does graffiti, and so he's really talking about, you know, the cap on the can. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. But we sold hats, Fat Caps, so and sprays. We did a couple of battles. We did a couple battles, b-boy stuff and rapping battles. And I remember I won one of them and I tied on one of them. But I love battle rapping. You know, people hate on M and shit like that. But when he came out, I feel like he inspired Cass to do that shit too. Like I was fucking with Cannabis before, you know, all the drama happened. But those motherfuckers was like people that inspire me to just fucking rap, just do it, fucking talk shit.
Yeah. And I get it, man. Like, I don't know. It's just it's the art, man. It's something you appreciate. Like, you know, you feel like, man, you know, if I gotta defend myself, I can do it behind this pit too, you know. So, I mean, I get it, man. Like even like the URL and all that stuff, the battle rap leagues, that stuff been going on for years.
Yeah.
It's one of them things that I get into it and get out of it and just jump right back into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know, like, I don't know who's popping all the time. Like, I don't follow it.
Me neither. I don't either that much.
Yeah, because it's just
that's on a whole new level, bro. Hey, I give them props because memorizing that shit is the hardest. Like, that shit, memorize all that. And when they come up with some crazy ass shit, you're like, fuck, that shit's tough. I love daylight.
So that rebuttal shit, like, yeah, that's that old school shit I'm used to. But I really do miss the days where people were constrained to writing the beat and coming up with some shit on the spot for you to respond to.
And that's how I would battle the beats. You know, we would battle them. They'll put on instrument, just like A Mile. You put an instrument on, just battle. You know?
Hell yeah.
That was the way we used to do it. Or someone would do a beat for you or whatever. I remember being at this mobile home park talking shit to some guy. He was from out here and he kind of did something. And we were just talking, like rap talking. And we're like, all right. He brought some people out his house. And then it was my boy's house. And he brought his people. And we're in the middle of the street just battling, talking shit, you know. And it was dope. You know what I mean?
Did y'all watch the Blaze battles? It was like 99, 2000, something like that. It was a fucking pay-per-view. I think it might have been one of the very first pay-per-view. It was the first pay-per-view battle. It had Young Z from the Outsiders. It's where Idea got his name blown up because Idea was the white boy that killed that shit. Y'all remember that one?
Nah. So the only freestyles we got was from 106 in Park.
Okay, yeah, man. It was before it was before 106 in Park. I think that shit might have inspired 106 in Park, but yeah,
Probably.
Blaze battles, bro, like that. And it was low-key disappointing because when you got to see these cats put on the spot, you could kind of see like they knew that they were on TV for the nation, for the whole nation to see. And you know, a lot of them niggas bit the bullet. But Idea and Young Z and a couple other cats, man, what was that nigga's name? Bullets or Blaze or some shit. I don't know. Buns, I don't know what that nigga's name was, man. But there was only really two cats that really showed up and held their own. But the Blaze battles was the first thing that took advantage of the battle scene and made it a little more mainstream. And you know, because of that, I do see why the acapella took off, because, you know, especially when it comes to the rebuttal rounds, motherfuckers need a little bit more time to come up with their shit and to make it fit. Like, let me just give you these words. Fuck this beat. Fuck riding the beat. I don't need to figure out how to make this fit. I just got this cold ass rebuttal for you. I you know what? And because of the way I grew up, I appreciate rapping and battling on beat more than I do an acapella battle. But I do appreciate what these motherfuckers are able to do acapella. I'm a little drunk right now. Maybe that shit doesn't fit the way I wanted to, but yeah, man.
it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, I like, you know, so it's like we was talking about the M versus Jadakiss one episode, right? And I'm like, yo, man, if we talking about on wax, on like a beat, I probably would lean toward M. But with Jay Bird, and he was like, yo, man, Kiss would serve him. I'm like, yeah, Kiss would serve him on like an acapella like situation. Like, yeah, like on a battle rap format, you know. But one of the things that I used to dig when I was younger, it was a show called The Lyricist Lounge.
Yeah, I remember Lyricist Lounge.
Hell yeah.
Yes, The Lyricist Lounge got me into like writing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way they had those skits or those scenes, and they had to like pretty much be on topic with the rhyming. Like, man, there was this cat named Wordsworth on there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Wordsworth was the best on that show.
Yeah, he was dope.
Yeah,
that was
so
the guy that looked like Inspector Deck. What was his name?
Yeah,
Master Fu.
Was it him?
Was it Fu?
I don't know. He was kind of like, he was kind of raspy, kind of yelling this shit with the braids and just kind of wild.
Nah, this guy looked like Inspector Deck. Like, he looked like him, and I thought it was Inspector Deck.
I'm gonna look at it, man. But you know, but so I bring that up because I don't always want to like battle rap and stuff. You know what I mean? Sometimes I want to just rhyme too. You know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, like Lyricist Lounge growing up, I was like, yo, man, I can do that too. Like, you know.
Hey, it was funny because not too long ago, I changed companies, realty companies, brokerages. So, you know, there's a lot of young cats in here, but the owner liked me a lot, and he invited me to his house recently. And with the other guys, it was a guy thing, right? And after we drank and ate and chilled outside by the pool, we're just chilling, having some cigars. And one of the guys goes like, we had some music on. He's like, I wish I could rap to this shit. And one of the other guys like, all right, let's start some bars. Oh. So I was just sitting back, and these cats are in their 20s, mid-20s, late 20s. And I was like, all right, set it off. And they were setting it off, and it was my turn, right? And I just spit some shit that I, you know, sometimes you have some shit that, all right, you know, so you just spit it. They haven't heard it. Let's see how it goes. They were in fucking awe. They're like, oh my gosh, this fool can rap. And they're like, we don't want to rap no more. They're like, we don't want to rap no more. Because, you know, like, nah, keep it going. So then we were doing line for line and shit like that. But when you rap and like it's in you and you're down to fucking rap wherever, you know, it does pump people up, you know, and it does like, all right, cool, you know, gives you a little ego boost.
I definitely got songs that I've recorded, you know, with cats, like, you know, because like obviously like I'm known to be kind of nice on the mic too. And like I know a couple of cats that's doing music, and I had a few verses on their stuff, and their stuff is on iTunes, you know. But I had one situation where I'm over the homie crib, and it was kind of just like a kickback or whatever. we got to talking about music, and he was like, yeah, I record, blah, blah, I do music, I'm working on this and other. And so I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you got some equipment. Like, I'm like, man, don't just talk about it. Like, open it up. Like, let's get it popping. We all been drinking. And if you know me, you know I'm an instigator. So anybody that knows, you know I'm an instigator. Like, yo, what we finna do then? Like, we finna talk about it? What's up? And I guess the dude tried to, like, you know, I guess he tried to size me up like I couldn't rhyme, you know, and that'd be the thing, like, you know, so like, okay. So he throws it on and he's like, man, I'm just gonna let y'all rap. You know, I almost like, man, I'm kind of good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to rap with y'all type vibe, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. So I kind of took it personal. So I went crazy hard on this track that I recorded. And ever since then, he's want to record songs with me and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I got it's like he dropped the tape like 2 years ago. I'm on 3 of his songs. You know what I'm saying? But like how you say, like, when people really hear you rhyme for real, it's like, oh, it's like they get a whole new perspective of you. Like,
for real.
Oh,
there was a company party like 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after, and one of the guys went up like to one of the girls like, this motherfucker could rap. Like, no, he could really rap.
Yo, so since we over here patting ourselves on the back and shit, no diss, but anyways, I used to open up like when I was taking my rap serious, bro. I was making my own beats. I was recording and mixing and mastering my shit. I was setting up my own shows. I really didn't have a manager to go out there and be my mouthpiece because I'm not that guy. Like, I was doing everything for myself and working the job to support myself. I needed somebody to be my mouthpiece. Didn't have that. But anyways, aside from all of that, when I was setting up my own shows, you know, I opened up for fucking Slum Village, fucking Jizza, Alchemist, so on and so forth. And my nigga, I was killing that shit. You know, it got to the point I started out as the beginner and I ended up being the last opening act. Like, yeah, this is the nigga to get you hyped before this shit, before the person you came here to see came on, you know. And man, that shit made me feel good. That shit was hella rewarding. I do miss that shit, but yeah, it feels good when you know that somebody is out there validating your shit and your contribution to
for sure.
Yeah, because my homies tell me, I got homies that tell you when your music is trash or you can't rap. And that's why they my homies. You know what I'm saying? So niggas, like, bro, shut the fuck
that shit
up. Like, cut it out. You terrible. Like, stop. You know, like, you know. So
I love that kind of person, bro. Yeah, be honest with me. I know what sounds good. I don't know what doesn't. So tell me what doesn't, so I can go ahead and fill that hole.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I'm definitely down to do a tape. If we do a We Don't Hip Hop mixtape, like compilation, like if we all was to like send music and record it and like make a project like musically with the group, I'm down. Like, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? I'll jump on some of that shit. You know, I think there's a lot of like lyrical talent within the group in itself. You know, and obviously we got the DJ right here on the Potluck. You know, that's all we got to do. You know, it kind of remind me of I had this what was it called? Sound bombing. I don't know if y'all familiar with sound bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to have the sound bombing tapes, you know, and that's how we get on the music too. Like, oh, like, you know, just certain stuff you wouldn't play on the radio or certain you didn't find on tapes, you know. So like, I really got the idea of compilation and like rhyming with other people on a lot of shit. So you know,
we put this episode together with the idea of wanting to get a DJ in the mix and to get their expertise and their knowledge of that specific knowledge of the element of hip hop into the shit. But bro, I didn't know you had such a history. That shit's impressive as hell. Very impressive. So
you know, too, I just got by doing it. It wasn't like I strive to do it. Like, I don't know. I have a mouth on me. So,
yeah,
you know, that's why I'm a good salesman too. I was like, hey, if we need to get in somewhere, we would get in no matter what, you know, and that helped out a lot. But the shows that I would do, you know, some of them just landed on my lap. I was like, oh shit. So there is a hustler in you that, you know, you have to have when you come to this game, you know, because you got to promote yourself, you got to make yourself look like the shit, like you're gonna do the best job ever. So, you know, there is that. So you can't be like Otis. If Otis had me, like talking from, he probably would have done. He probably would have been Drake right now.
like what's my man Tone? Like Tone say, man, I'm gonna give you your flowers. You know,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a guy like you to really touch a lot of venues, like you talking House of Blues, you talking Summer Jam, like, man, like I definitely respect that. You know what I mean? Like those are venues and places that, you know, those are even just places I haven't even been, or concerts that I wish I could have been in, or even being around these lineups of people, man. Like for you to say that you actually rapped in front of him and busting them, like, you know, like that's crazy, man. Like you've definitely been blessed on your journey. You know what I mean? So I didn't even know all this about you, and that's why, you know, on this platform on the Potluck, you know, we definitely wanted to get you in here. And
sure, for sure. I'm gonna shout out the homie, you know, Quinn. He's in the group too. He was with me with a lot of that shit, you know. We used to do shows. He used to see me do shows and shit. You know, we used to get into some shit forever. So shout out Quinn, Callis in the group. Hey, like my shirt, my champagne poetry. Drake for the light skins. Got you, Otis. Hey, go check out my boy's site. He's local. He does like all the cartoon shit. He does some dope ass shirts, like sports, any sports, you know, he's into it. So
hey, so I'm definitely into promoting anybody that's an up and comer and trying to have that shit going on. So give me his site so I can you know, have the link posted at the bottom for people.
Okay. You want to know? It's Retro Kings. Retro Kings on Instagram. So he used to have a shop on the boulevard where you got Jordans and shirts, like, and they were like the fly shirts, you know, that people always wanted to match your J's.
Right.
So he does like Jordan stuff, like he does a bunch of different styles, but right now, like, you know how they're doing the cartoony stuff a lot now, so he's doing a lot of that. We just sent shout out to Jew, because he linked us up with his cousin, so we sent him and what's his name, Paul George, a shirt with him on it. You know, it's a dope ass shirt with a cartoon version. So he's dope. Like he does a lot of shirts. He used to do shirts back in the day, and he's still doing them. So I just, you know, shout him out all the time. He looks out. You know, I'm trying to get some, like my daughter and the kids at the high schools to wear them so they can be like, you know, represent. You know, so I got her a couple of shirts and stuff. But they're dope. They come out dope, and they're good quality shirts.
Make sure y'all holler at Retro Kings on Instagram. And for me, I'm wearing a Forever Humble, FOUR EVER Humble, and holler at them. It's group members Bruce and Tyrone, Bruce and Cash, or sorry, Cash and Verb. My apologies.
I'm still waiting for my shirt. Shit.
Yeah, Bruce? So I'm wearing a tester, you know, one of the experimental shirts, you know, making sure that everything that people are more receptive before it pops off. But you know, let's make this shit happen, and let's support our up and coming artists.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And
I was definitely checking out that shirt, trying to figure out what the hell that was on your shirt. I'm like, man, what is that? But okay. I definitely as you mentioned, Bruce, I saw he got on a shirt called Humble Pie, something like that. It was like
that's his brand.
Yeah, that's his brand. You know, is, you know, one of the one of his shirts, part of his line. And you know, let's go ahead and let you holler out yourself, Lulu. I see you wearing your plain grain deco, and I keep my plain grain deco box within the arm's reach. You know, you see the fine work on this shit right here. You know, go ahead and support my man.
Yeah, you already know, man. You already know. Hit me up on Etsy, Plain Grain Deco. I'm a woodworker myself. Premium handcrafted wooden decor. Everything I make is from these right here. All original stuff. You ain't gonna never see anything in a store or nothing that, you know, can be manufactured outside of my shop, because everything's original. Go from here to you. Feel me? And this is actually my owner hoodie. You can see, but I got my owner hoodie on tonight. Feel me?
Yes, sir.
Hoodie right here. You know, Yeah.
And what you got going on, Jimmy? I know you sell houses. I mean, shit, well, we selling shirts and houses. We selling shirts and boxes and wood grain decor. You selling houses, bro. So tell the people where they can find you if they're in California.
California, all Southern California. I can sell anywhere in California, but I'm at Keller Williams here at AV. That's my office. I have an office. It's crazy market right now. So I'm selling, we have buyers, sellers, I can't complain, but people are finding homes. Prices are starting to, little bit, adjust. That's what you got to say. So it's just one of those things where, you just have to have the knowledge and be informed.
And in that sense, you're telling us it's becoming a buyer's market?
It slowly is, because before, like in the last year and a half, almost 2 years, right before COVID, there was no homes. We haven't had homes. Right. So that's what drove the prices up. Because we still had a gang of buyers. So they were fighting for the houses and price, heightened the prices. So now we have a little more houses in the market. So now you're not getting, one time I got 35 offers, on a house. And it's like,
damn.
Yeah, 35 offers. And right now you're getting like 3, 4 or whatnot, sometimes nothing like it. So now people are, sellers are still like, I still want the highest for my house. After 2 weeks, no one's buying it. No one's even looking at it. You're gonna have to drop the price. So a lot of people are dropping. We're seeing a lot more drop prices. So it's starting to like adjust, going little lower. So I got you, Otis, when you're ready.
I feel you. Hey, man, you're going to be my first person, too. You're going to be the person we go to. 100%.
For sure.
Let me get a house out in LA. I'm definitely going to hit you up if I ever make my way out that way. I've been sending some merch out. Some of my products I've been shipping out. The last item I shipped out went to Emeryville. I don't know if y'all know what that's at, but I shipped
up north. I think it's up north.
Yeah, I done shipped some stuff to Emeryville, Lancaster. So I'm like, man, Plain Grain Deco is in Cali. I need to come out there and get my feet on the ground, man, and
sure.
See what I can get into, man. You know what I mean? So
hey, this is where the hipsters are out here, bro. The hipsters want that homemade shit.
They do.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate the love, man. I definitely appreciate the love.
All right, y'all. It was
them
fun.
shit's inspired as fuck. Likewise, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Appreciate you responding to me when I sent you the invite.
I appreciate it. It's a dope ass show.
We're trying to get people involved, man. We're trying to get this thing up, and we're trying to get up there with Drink Champs and all that, man. So,
for sure, we're gonna be Joe Rogan and shit.
Yeah. Just to make it easier for me, can people find you on a website specifically like kellerwilliams./Jimmy?
They could, but I just fuck with my Instagram, Jimmy J7.
Jimmy J7. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Jimmy J7, just because that's how social media, works better than websites, because people are just gonna try to look you on social media anyways, So I did have to clean up my social media when I got into real estate.
Hey, we gonna take all the gun talk out of it too, so you ain't gotta worry about that shit.
Nah, you should about that.
We'll take the gun. We'll take my bars out too. We'll keep it Jimmy and the DJ this episode.
Nah, fuck out of here, bro. We keeping your bars in, nigga. That shit was nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Keep the bars, because I want to hear what I said back.
Yeah, man, I got you. I'm gonna make sure you look at your absolute best, Lulu. I'm gonna make sure you look at your absolute best. That's what I do.
Yo, you definitely been doing your thing with this too. I've been meaning to shout you out too. The last edit you did, the music and the place you put up there and the review slide, that's fly. That's dope. I've been meaning to shout you out. Yeah, that's dope. I see you.
Thank you.
I don't be wanting to rush you to do your thing. I know when you deliver, you're gonna deliver. You know what I mean? So keep doing your thing as far as that goes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, keep doing your thing.
Right on, man. Well, y'all fellas enjoy your night, man. This has been a great show. Appreciate both of you for your time.
All right, y'all take care. Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
fuck Brady, man. Fuck Brady. This Raider Nation all day.
Hey, I have him on my fantasy though. I have him on my fantasy.
And I can't knock you for that because, you know, a W is a W. And if you want to go with Brady for your win, I can't blame you. But Tuck rule, fuck Brady.
Hey,
All right, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hitting that subscribe button. We wrapping this up. It's the Potluck.